Hello, hello, I'm Cole Harvey. Welcome to a brand new, very special edition of The Big Life. I'm super excited because today you're going to get the ultimate beginner's guide to Feng Shui and how to use Feng Shui to create more abundance, happiness, love, joy, all that good stuff in your life. And what happens when you start to play with this is you'll start to engineer synchronicities, unexpectedly find yourself in the right place at the right time and live in a higher energy so that you can create more of the stuff that you want, more of your desires. And plus, you'll be guided in a special Diamond Feng Shui meditation visualization experience. This is going to help you to attract more peace and to feel less influenced by negative energy, negative people. It's going to be extraordinary, so stay tuned for that. And it's all because my special guest today, I'm super excited. She is a Feng Shui master, a transformational leader, best-selling author, and star in the hit movie The Secret. And because of her extraordinary knowledge of energy, quantum physics, the law of attraction, meditation, and of course Feng Shui, she's helped thousands of individuals and corporations to achieve more success, inspiration, motivation, abundance, and much, much more. And look, her client list is like a Hollywood A-list who's who. Includes Steven Spielberg, the filmmaker, the Rolling Stones, from our world, the personal growth world, people like Jack Canfield and John Gray, as well as huge corporations, professional athletes, scientists, doctors, and now you. I'm super excited. Welcome everyone. Let's give a big life hello to the lovely and wonderful Marie Diamond. Marie, welcome to the Big Life. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Oh, I'm so thrilled and so happy, Carl, to be with you and also with all your viewers.
All my lovely viewers, amazing viewers. Well, look, let's jump right in. I got to ask you first and foremost, how did a lady who was a successful corporate lawyer, a successful corporate lawyer from Belgium, become one of the world's leading experts on the ancient art of Feng Shui?
Well, it really actually started when I was 15. I had a near-death experience after a very bad truck accident. And I came back and I actually really got the message that I was here to enlighten more than 500 million people. So I had no idea how to do all this, of course. But I also asked my spiritual mentor that I already had since I was 7. I asked him, but why did I attract this bad accident? Why did this all happen to me? He said, oh, Marie, you just have bad feng shui. And I'm like, what is that? I was praying, I was using the law of attraction, I was visualizing, and still I attracted this. And he said, oh, you're sleeping the wrong direction, you have the wrong images around you. So with the information that I want to share you today, I started really implementing right away, and my life just turned around. It's like from being bullied, I became very popular at school. My life just turned around. I started being much more happier.
Yeah.
And it was really because I added my first steps in Diamond Feng Shui. And so that was my first step. And of course, I wanted to change the world. So I thought, like, how can I become, really a world changer and having impact on the world? And in that time, I was thinking, I need to become a politician. And so, or a diplomat or something. Yeah. And so to do that in my country, you have to become a lawyer. So I actually first became a lawyer and a corporate lawyer. And then after 5 years doing this and having an amazing career in it, I thought, like, this is not going anywhere. I'm not going to be able to change the world. And so, but I was still learning from my teacher about Feng Shui. And from there on, I actually started implementing. When I was 31, I got my consulting company and I started practicing first legal consulting and then added Feng Shui and meditation. And before I knew it, I was doing only Feng Shui and meditation.
Wow.
So that's actually how I changed from being a corporate lawyer into becoming a Feng Shui master.
And I mean, we'll talk about some of your extraordinary clients a little bit later, but for everyone watching who's new to this, and a few weeks ago I was very new to this. I mean, I still am, but I knew a little bit about Feng Shui, I'd heard of it, but I wasn't sure how it worked and what the kind of theories or philosophies were behind it. So let's start there if we can. I mean, what is Feng Shui, and is it really possible that by moving our bed or facing a different direction when we create our work, or one of the other things that you're going to share with us, that we can create more abundance or happiness or love? How does that work?
Well, I also asked myself the question, how does that work? Because I'm a very analytical person in many ways. And so when I started studying really Feng Shui, I started understanding it means wind and water. It means actually flow. That's what you think about. It's flow of energy. And so when I started studying, I understood the law of attraction had three aspects, three composite aspects. And one is what we call spiritual luck. That's when you connect in with a higher force,
Okay.
the higher force within yourself, the higher force in the universe, whatever you call it, God, creator, angels, masters. And actually, this is what we call spiritual luck. And spiritual luck stands for, according to the Feng Shui masters, for 33.3%. So it's about your karma, about your destiny. And can you change that? Of course, you can change it, but it's a slow process.
Okay. Yeah.
So the second part of the law of attraction, they call it the human luck. It's how you think, how you feel, and how you do things in life. Now, this is what the self-help industry is all about, having the right thoughts, the right feelings, and having the right actions. Mm-hmm. Now, the Feng Shui master said, that's great, but first of all, you need discipline. You need to do it constantly, yeah? So in order to get to this 33.3% fully, you have a lot of practice and a lot of constant practice. And so it's wonderful, it works, but it's only 33.3%.
Right.
So this is the two aspects I already was practicing when I was 15 and still had this bad luck happening to me because I was on the wrong place, on the wrong time, ending up under a truck. Okay. Wow. So what I really got is that the environment, the earth itself, is actually giving us another 33.3%. And the Feng Shui masters call this actually the quantum physics of the environment. How the environment affects us, affects our subconscious, affects us consciously. And once I got that, I was like, oh my God, this is something it's easy to change. Changing your bed, changing a painting, changing some things around you, that's like easy peasy. You just change it, right? But the effect it has on your thoughts, on your feelings, your actions, and ultimately on your destiny was just mind-blowing for me. And it's easy to do. It's practical. And I was like, oh, if I, by changing my bed, can change my good luck, what actually really happened to me from going to the wrong direction, I was sleeping towards a good direction, and suddenly I had all these friends. And my life was easy and effortless. And I was like, I didn't change. I just changed my bed. So how can that be? Well, it's really because the law of attraction has three aspects. And if you use them 100%, this is what it does. You create effortless energy and flow.
So you got the spiritual luck, which is your connection to infinite intelligence or God or however you see that. And you have your human luck, which is, as you said, a lot of what the personal growth industry is about, creating the right beliefs and habits and thoughts and taking action. But then there's also this third element. And this is what I've been playing with the last few weeks with quite extraordinary results and a little scary at first. But for me, it was little things that you taught when I studied your course and things like having papers on the desk at home. And I had my desk facing a direction which was not the right way for me. And making these small shifts, I mean, immediately I felt like a weight had been lifted, like a burden had gone. I mean, do you have an explanation for why that is happening? Why? Yeah. And another example is when I found out my personal success direction. So I got my iPhone and I looked at the compass and I realized I was facing the wrong way. So I just shifted and started doing my work there. And whether I didn't think it was a placebo. I didn't feel like it. I felt more open, more positive, very, very strange. What's going on there, and then why is it so powerful?
Well, Carl, what is really going on is that you change your brain waves. So one of the things when I came to learning strategies, and connected with them, it was really, I shared with them that your brainwave system changes. So we are normally in what we call beta brainwaves. It's like a bit chaotic, not focused, not concentrate, but it's like go, go, go. It's like this up and down energy. So what I found out is when you are actually changing you towards the right direction, while you are working, while you are sleeping, while you are meeting people, something changes in your brain within 3 seconds. And we've done this with encephalograms. Your brainwave goes from beta brainwaves into alpha brainwaves. And when that happens, you get focused, you get concentrated. It's not that there's a weight lift. It's just your brain is so much more open-minded to receive all the information that is all the time there, but you were closing off to it because it was just too chaotic in your brain.
That's fascinating. I mean, I've worked for years using brainwave entrainment and tracks like paraliminals, which are learning strategies to get in that alpha state. And it's beautiful that you said that, because subconsciously or consciously now I realize that that's exactly what's happening. Like I'm feeling that alpha state. And for everyone watching, if you're not aware, the alpha state is scientifically proven to help you increase your happiness, creativity. You have better access to your imagination. Some say a connection to infinite intelligence. So it makes a lot of sense that when you're in this state, it's easier to manifest. And let's talk a little bit about that. One of the things that I listened to a lot in your course and got inspired by was the idea that when we start playing with this, the other 33.3%, and when we're in this energy, we seem to attract synchronicities and be in the right place at the right time, and things seem to flow for us. Is that because of the law of attraction? Why do you think that is? Do you have any ideas why?
Well, because your mind is in a different position. And so as you are connecting with the alpha, you're actually opening up yourself to the quantum field. All these opportunities are there all the time. It's just you don't see them. They're there, but they're out of your vision. And so when you change your mind and your brainwaves are changed, you actually are opening yourself to that flow that is always there. Yeah. We just have closed ourselves off to it. So your location is everything. We know that. Location, right? Yeah. And so, but how your location is, nobody talks about that. Yeah. And so when I started really implementing that, I saw these people that have been working so hard on self-development. They're going to these amazing workshops, or they're studying these amazing things, and then they go sleeping in the wrong place. They're sitting in the wrong place. Then all these opportunities and these changes they do in their mind, they actually are not anchoring, because your location is where all energy is anchored. And so when you're anchored in your location, that's where everything shifts. And this is exactly what happened with some even of the self-help gurus, where even the people, that were working with The Secret and that are creating The Secret, they were hitting a ceiling, because your mind can only do 33.3%. Wow. Right? And so once they opened up their environment, and their environment becomes what I call a 3-dimensional vision board. Not just a 2-dimensional vision board, but a 3-dimensional vision board. So it actually resonates exactly with what you dream inside of you. And your home becomes a dream state where all the right images are. Then whatever you see around you is exactly what you desire. So how can you implement in the world outside of your home when your home is not aligned and resonating with what is living inside of you?
Wow. Yeah, very deep. One of the things that you taught me, which resonated most deeply with me, is that you teach that we have to make our home to be fit for a king or a queen. Yeah. What do you mean by that, and why is it so important?
Well, the families on the royalty level, they always have a certain way of creating a palace. And once I understood that this information was shared with the emperors, with the kings, the royals worldwide, they just keep it sacred, right? And so once I understood that they are using this information to get themselves into a higher state of mindset, that they're using the way they sit in what we call the power position. Now they're like, now everybody has to be a king or queen in their own life. I mean, it's not just for the few ones on the top. We all deserve this, right? And so the first step is to always make sure you're in a power position. Like the king and the queen, they will always sit seeing the people coming towards them. So you need to see the door. Wherever you're sitting, in your office, in your bed, when in every meeting, you have to see the incoming flow of people, because then you're the king or the queen in your life.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know about you right now, but I hope you are.
Well, unfortunately, the door is over there. Now I'm paranoid that I've got bad feng shui, but this is a very small secret office. I've got beautiful views overlooking Kuala Lumpur. I'm on the 30th floor, but this is like a hidden office behind the stage. So unfortunately, I can't face the door because it's so narrow. I hope this doesn't jinx me.
So, no, I'm sure you're not jinxing yourself, but, just imagine that you could sit yourself in the perfect position. Then your reputation go even up, your popularity will go up, your strength and power in the world will go up, because you're sitting as a king or a queen. So, of course, you're the king right now in your show, right?
Oh, yeah.
But I'm the queen. I see the door, and we love to see the beautiful view, but I always say customers don't come through the windows; they come through the door.
Oh, wow. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that a lot.
So if you could position yourself that you see both at the same time, have the amazing view, and see the door, then you have the two benefits. And it's sometimes just shifting something 45 degrees, just or the way you're positioning yourself so you can see both. Then something shifts really in your brain and also in your heart feeling. It's not just your brain, but also your heart, and you're opening up yourself more to whoever is coming. It's like you see the opportunities because the opportunities come through the door because you coming through the door. I don't think you come through your window from Kuala Lumpur, right?
No, absolutely not. Okay, that's great. What are some of the other basic do's and don'ts of Feng Shui for everyone watching? Because as always on The Big Life, we want to provide as much valuable information to people as possible to help them actually experience a transformation right now, tonight on the call. So aside from facing the door when we're doing our work, what are some of the other key things that we can do immediately to benefit?
Well, I first of all would say, walk back in from the outside into your home. And then what is the first thing you see? Because you are the God within you. You're the universe. So whatever you see is what the universe will attract. So if you open the door, what is there right there? If it's shoes on the ground, is it coats hanging, or is it a beautiful image that welcomes you, a picture of your family where you're saying, oh, I'm at home, this is who I'm working for. But if you show the shoes on the ground, the coats hanging, you're actually saying, well, this is like I'm the entrance of the servant. It's like the king and the queen never come and see their, the shoes on the ground.
No shoes on
right?
the floor for the king. No, I like that.
No. So think about you are walking into your castle. So if you want to be abundant, you have to start right there. It's like when you leave or when you enter, that entrance must reflect the entrance of a king or a queen. And so that's the first step I always suggest to people.
What's some of the other? I want to build on that if we can, Marie. What are some of the other things? You mentioned a picture of the family. I think that's great. What else can we put as that first thing when we come in?
Well, if you have beautiful flowers, for example, or a beautiful plant, something growing, something what makes you smile, that's a really important piece. It's like, I'm home, lovely. A little candle, beautiful colors. I wouldn't go too much red or blue, but just warm earth colors, because earth always gives us feeling of welcoming energy. So anything you walk in that you feel like, oh, this is amazing. Now, in the course we're going to talk about, we also learn how to do muscle testing, because you can actually check yourself if the home you enter is strong for success or not.
Wow.
Yeah. And so from there on, you actually follow your flow and you're like, okay, which entrance do I use? Which door? When I open up that door, what do I see first? Do I come in my living room and my couch is with the back to the door? Or do I see myself coming in? Just imagine God, the universe, infinite intelligence is coming in through the door. Do I see that universe coming in? Do I see the opportunities coming in? So making sure whenever you walk into any room, you feel like, wow, amazing, I'm welcomed. Because I'm welcome to the people and I'm welcome to my opportunities. I'm welcome to success and abundance. So make sure you always put yourself in such a position and replace your furniture in such a way you see the door. Your major thing is not to see the television. The television is not the major thing in life. The first thing is people. People make you self-successful. That the big life, I think, is about people. It's not about the TV. So focus about the people that come into your life, your family, your friends, your clients. And so whenever you come in, you make sure that you see something amazing. I mean, I come now in your space right now, and I see this wonderful man. But what I see behind you is this little image of this lonely woman behind you there.
Oh no, she's not lonely. She's Wonder Woman.
She's Wonder Woman.
This is Vishen, Vishen who owns Mind Valley. This is his kind of lucky totem lady, and he's all into, well, as am I, female empowerment and women are
Wonderful.
goddesses. So this is our
Well,
representation.
it's great to see her because I couldn't see her from so far. But she is also a symbol of support. Yeah. So what is this? The third step is always, what do you support yourself with? So if this is something for you personally that supports you, it's like Superwoman is behind me,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
That is great. Okay. So anything else that what is behind you supports you. So like when you see behind me, I have an images of Buddhas. Yeah.
Yeah, I see the
Because
Buddhas.
I love the Buddhas. And so, but Buddha for me is an example of support, divine support. So wherever you're sitting, like on your desk, make sure that behind you are images of mentors or strong people or divine images that are like saying, I'm supporting you, I'm God backing you up. Yeah.
Wow,
So
I
that's
love that.
another really powerful step because then subconsciously, you are taken care of. And when you're taken care of, you feel so much better. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And what's some of the other things, common mistakes that people make? One of the ones that you taught in the course that I mentioned earlier was I had loads of papers around, and I thought, I'm busy, and that's a reminder of all the stuff going on. But I thought, I'll listen to Marie and got rid of them. And now when I look at my
Yeah.
desk, it gives me that alpha feeling, just relax. So that was a big one for me. Aside
Yeah.
from that, what are some of the key things that people watching might be doing unconsciously that could be sabotaging their good vibes, good chi?
Well, as you shared about, clearing the space around you is the main thing is the main sentence about is less is more. Yeah. So the least items you have around you, the more space there is for creativity, the more space there is for knowing what you want to do and manifesting it. So make sure, on your nightstand, things are zen. You don't put all these books and papers on there. Perhaps just a picture of your family or, this one book that really inspires you before you go to sleep or when you wake up. But also on your desk, before I started, I tried to clear right away because I need to have the right space setting.
Yeah.
So creating, letting go, I always say for at least 10%, if possible, 25% of all your items within like 3 months will actually help you to bring back into your life 25% more of revenue, of
Ooh.
clients. So it's really interesting. You need to create space.
Do
People
you?
are just having too much energy around them.
Okay. See, that's something that I suffer from a little bit because, for a start, now I live in Kuala Lumpur. It's like a jungle. It's really, really hot. But before that, I lived in Sydney, which is pretty hot, but they have real winters. So I've got an entire
Yeah.
wardrobe of winter stuff that is just clogging up space that I never get to use it. And when
Yeah.
I go there, it kind of gives me a funny feeling because it doesn't. I'm not using it for its purpose. So would
Yeah.
you recommend that me and people in that situation, if you're not using clothes or books or things like that, to get rid of them, to give them away, or
Yeah, I always suggest to really do a little space clearing party, bring in some friends and just go with somebody through it and just ask yourself the question, in the next year, will I ever use this? If I don't use it in the next year, do I want to give it to friends, to Goodwill? Do I want to sell it? Or do I, perhaps just want to store it? Or it's perhaps out of date or it's broken, so I need to let go of it. So but bring somebody in to help you ask the questions because it's really hard. We're like so emotionally attached to all these little small things, right?
yeah,
So just bring somebody in to go through it with you, and then you will see that energetically you will start feeling more freer,
yeah,
and the synchronicities start happening because you're creating space, and it's like the universe has this FedEx airplane, and you are asking all the time, give me the new gift, give me the new next level. And the universe is coming with the FedEx airplane and is thinking there's no space to drop the
yeah.
gifts. So you have to open up the space, and then the universe can bring you the gifts that you've been waiting for.
I really like that. Deepak Chopra taught me that nature abhors a vacuum, and that when you give away what you want to get more of, that you create
Yeah.
space and a vacuum for
Yes.
more to flow in, and that's certainly been the case in my experience. Like,
Yeah.
I won a couple of pairs of headphones as a prize for a competition that I entered, but I don't need any headphones, so I gave them to a couple of guys who work with me, and not only did it feel nice to give that, but they're working harder, so they're bringing more abundance and success to me because they work in the business. So I definitely resonate with that. When you give, you seem to get more back. Same with the big life. The more we give, the more we seem to receive. That really deeply resonates. What are some other things we could do? Because I'm fascinated with this. I mean, what happens when you walk into the home of someone like Steven Spielberg or one of these top CEOs? What are some of the typical things that you see, good or bad?
Well, based on Diamond Feng Shui, we have 4 directions that are really important.
Okay.
And so based on your birthday, you have an energy number, and then you have 4 directions that you actually, one is for success, one is for health, one is for relationship, and one is for wisdom. Now, people like Steven Spielberg, you're thinking, well, he's successful already. He has, at that time, 3 Oscars, right? And I'm like, what do they need more? But they need some more health or perhaps better relationships. But he also was looking for his 4th Oscar, yeah? So at that time, I come into his office. I don't see his Oscars. And it's like, where are your Oscars, Steve? And he's like, oh, they're in my bedroom, okay? So, interesting. So I go into his bedroom. Yeah, I go into these people's bedroom, of course. Now, his wife was with me, don't worry. Okay. And they are exactly there. Each time he walks to his bathroom, he sees his Oscars. And I said, Steve, you don't make Oscars in the bedroom. You make Oscars in your office. So let's bring them and place them in what we call the personal success direction. And we place them right there. And the year after, he got another Oscar for another movie. So it was really part of this is that it's the fine-tuning sometimes for the very successful people, but sometimes very obvious things is like, wherever is around you affects you for 33.3%. So you need to start looking around you. It's like, what hangs around? What stands around? Is this what you want in life? And so for me, using this information is how I actually got into The Secret, because I actually used this 33.3% of law of attraction to place in my success direction in my first home in America. I actually put a fake Oscar statue with the name on Marie Diamond, 2006. Wow. That was in 2002. And that I put it there. And I put on my vision board that I put in my personal success direction. I actually put, I'm going to be in a movie seen by millions of people, and that will transform their lives. So as I placed it exactly where my energy is the highest, and it's not just that my brainwave will go into alpha, it actually will go there into delta brainwaves. Wow. So whatever you place there, you have no resistance anymore to manifest this, whatever you place there. There's no resistance anymore there. There's an open channel to the universe exactly in your personal success direction. And so as I placed it there, within a month, I attracted my first client that was one of the teachers in The Secret. I started within a few months. I was in the living room of Jack Canfield advising him. I actually, within a few months, I attracted my first Oscar nominee, or actually nominated already client, and that won the Oscar. So after a while, I was actually using the real Oscars and putting them everywhere in their homes. And it was because I started with a fake one, right? So it was really interesting is that whatever you place in your personal success direction, that's something that, we talk about the program later on, that you will find exactly where to activate your home and activate with your personal energy. That is really important.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that you discover on the course. And again, we'll talk about it a little bit later, but you do get your own personal energy number. You find out what that is, and from there you get your 4 directions for success and relationships and health and
wisdom. Yes,
and wisdom. Okay, yeah. So the one I've been playing with the most is the success direction, which I thought was really interesting because I work pretty hard and I've got a lot going on, and we put on a weekly show, and I've got a team now, so there's a lot of new stuff, and I get to interview amazing people, which is great, but it's a lot of work. So I've been I went to a cafe yesterday in the afternoon, a coffee shop, had a coffee, and I realised I was facing completely the wrong direction. So I moved this huge armchair all the way around to face northwest, which is my success direction, and everyone in there is looking at me funny, and I'm like, no, you got it wrong. I'm facing the right way now. So
that's wonderful. Yeah,
and I did my work there, and it was great. Let's go a little bit deeper into the Big Life audience. One of our biggest goals is creating abundance, and it's not just chasing money for the sake of money. It's about living a great life, doing work that we love, and experiencing abundance in all its forms. Money, but love and relationships, and living our purpose and with passion, all that good stuff. What are some of the things that we can do immediately with Feng Shui to increase the likelihood that we're in this energy of creating abundance and success?
Well, I think the first step is really finding out your personal energy number and making sure you are trying to activate in your office, in your bedroom, and in your living room your personal success direction. Because whatever is in your personal success direction is actually telling you now everything about how you have been about success and manifestation at this moment. So let's say in your success direction you have a wastebasket or a paper shredder, or you have clutter there. You actually have been stopping 33.3% of your success. Now, you can say, oh, it's just 33.3%. I'm like, oh, that's a lot, right?
I'll take all the help I can get, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I think. And so by activating that, by placing there, if you have a company, your logo, you have products, or your dream board, your vision board, or any images or books on success of your favorite authors, that actually subconsciously it will give you 24 hours a day, because your home works 24 hours a day. Now, people visualize and they meditate, but they never do it 24 hours a day. Now, what if your home visualizes and meditates for you 24 hours a day?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah? All right. So by activating your personal success direction first in your office as always, or your workspace, that actually whenever you're sitting there, you will actually open up the channel for that success and money to come in. Now, another aspect for money is using the colors. And so there are two important colors.
Okay.
One is royal blue. Yeah, royal blue is all about success. And so placing that color in your success direction immediately activates vibrationally, energetically for everyone the power that you accept that you can be successful. And then the color gold. So a gold looking item. Like I have actually in my success direction, I'm a rabbit. So I put a golden rabbit, in the Chinese astrology, I want to be gold, right? And so as you place it there, whatever is there is actually telling, I'm living the golden standard. I'm going to live the golden excellence level. And so gold is actually the color for money. It's not the green from the USA dollar, right?
Yeah.
It's actually gold. It's the golden coins. And so by placing items there and really being very conscious about what you're successful or about, or what you want to be successful about, you place it in your success direction. Your goals, you can put it also there, And even if you don't want to write your goals visible for everyone else, you can put them in an envelope and write on it to the universe and put them in your success direction. Yeah. So it's like you're telling to the universe, I'm sending this mail off to you.
Love
yeah.
it.
So there's a few little things you place there, and of course it's something you learn more about in the program. But that's the first step and this has the fastest results. Yeah. And all the other tips I gave you already are really about creating the flow to make sure that you are bringing the energy into your life. Yeah, at the door, the way you're sitting, making sure you support it. But your personal success direction is a really key factor for having your success and your dreams. And I remember, when I was in the office of Rhonda Byrne, and when she was living in LA, the secret was not going anywhere. Actually, the secret was not working. And so I come into her space and I'm like, what is in your success direction? It was really nothing. Well, actually, there was something, was dry flowers, dead flowers.
Yeah.
I said, you're actually saying to the universe, let's dry it up, So we placed her vision board, we put her book there, we put all her goals there that she wanted to make happen. And literally, within a month, Oprah called. So it was really, really interesting. And so this is one of the reasons why people call me the secret behind the secret.
Oh, I like that. Secret behind the secret. And it's really interesting because even though I'm halfway through the course, I must have... must have missed that or didn't apply it properly. I've been using my success direction basically to work and try and face that way, which is, as I said, it's cool. Like I've been getting great results, but I haven't built the shrine yet. I haven't got my goals in my home, and I haven't, got the gold stuff, and that really deeply resonates with me. So I'm going to rush home tonight. My girl Rebecca, like all week, she's been going, "What are you doing now?" I'm like, "We haven't read these books in weeks. We need to get them off the shelf. Bad energy." And so I've been doing all sorts of bits, and like the house feels nice. Like every time I walk in, and intuitively, the first thing I saw was it's like some of my favourite books, and I have a quote from Napoleon Hill, and it's really inspiring, and it represents to me the abundance and impact that I want to have in the world. So I did that by accident. So I'm glad that I got that one.
Well, by accident is sometimes because your intuition is working very well. That's great.
I'll take that. I do have one question before we get to the meditation. Everyone watching, this is going to be fantastic because Marie's going to guide you through this powerful meditation. We'll talk a little bit about it in a second. But I've got a bit of a selfish question. Usually I ask questions for everyone, but this one is about me. So I collect Air Jordan sneakers because they're for me a sign of affluence and abundance. I've been listening to rap music since I was a kid, and in the rap world, the best thing you can do is get a pair of Jordans. In fact, I'll show you these ones. These are actually Versace trainers. So I've got a thing for shoes, basically, but sneakers in particular. Now, in my house, I've got this giant, what used to be a bookshelf, filled with all of my Jordans. Now, it's not as you come in, it's sort of over to the side. I've heard in your course that shoes are bad. For me, these shoes represent my focus, my success, and the more shoes I get, they all mean something slightly different. Should I not have any shoes there, or is it okay to have this shrine because it speaks to me? What do you think?
Well, I totally relate with that. My son is very much a big rapper.
Oh, yeah, nice.
So he has the Jordans too. So he asked me that question, 2 years ago. He said, "Mom, where do I put my Jordans?" And I said, "Well, I wouldn't put it in your success direction if you are not going to be a rapper, right?" So, okay, but it inspires you. So I definitely would put then these things in your wisdom direction because it's about inspiration. Yeah. Now I wouldn't put them all there. I would put some in your closet, but like the ones that, like, when you look at it, it just inspires you because it's about you. Your feng shui is about you. Yeah. So place them in your wisdom direction. Don't put them too high. I just would put them kind of on your heart level. Okay. Yeah, because you don't want shoes to be higher than your heart because otherwise people, their feet are stepping on you. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay. All right. So just put them on your heart level and put them really beautiful. I remember this one person, and he received this huge basketball shoes signed from Shaq O'Neal. So he's like, "Marie, this is one of my clients." I said, "Great, fabulous. We'll put it in your relationship direction because he was a coach of Shaq O'Neal." So it's all about what does this shoe means for you, right? Don't put them on the ground either because it's like, this is not a normal shoe. This is an item of inspiration for you.
Wow, I'm so glad you said that because I love you, Marie, and I've enjoyed studying your stuff. But if you told me to get rid of the Jordans, I probably would have struggled with that.
No, it's all about what it means to you. I mean, that's really important.
That's great. And for everyone watching, if it's not Jordans, and it's probably not Jordans, but if you have a thing that you collect or something that inspires you, or that's okay to have that out.
Yes.
Okay. Love it. Good tips. Okay, well, let's talk about this Tubes of Light meditation. I'm super excited about this because Paul Sheely, who's been on the show a few times and we're a big fan of him, him and Pete from Learning Strategies said that this is like one of the most popular meditations they've ever shared with their audience, their 3 million customers. And you're going to do a special live version for us today, which is awesome. Thank you. Marie, what is it? What's it about? What will it help us do? And what do we need to do to prepare?
Yeah. Well, to prepare, I would say you just have to sit down and be relaxed. So that's easy. Okay. But it's really the information I received when I was 7 years old from my spiritual master. And it's really about creating your sacred space. Yeah. So it's actually the first step is we're going to work with colors. And the first step is actually to bring your brain into what we call the alpha brain level, a brain state, but also is to create this sacred space around us. because we are influenced all the time by thoughts, feelings, and actions from other people. So we have all this, I would say, influences. And so we sometimes cannot come to the highest level of energy because we have not protected ourselves enough. And so we're working with the color royal blue to bring us back in our own power. And so by doing that, we're actually creating a higher frequency to really fulfill our dreams and to not just be affected by anyone else's dreams. It's like, your computer is better protected than you are. Yeah? You have a firewall, right? And we have not set up the firewall. And so it's actually like creating this higher frequency that whatever is the right frequency will come to us. Whatever is not the right frequency will just stay outside our field, and we just say, great, thank you, but no thanks. Yeah,
I like the sound of that.
Yeah. And so it's actually an amazing meditation to also bring in the love and support from everyone, because we're not always focused on gratitude and the love and support from others. And then one of the major things is we learn also to let go of old karma by using the color violet. So old programs, old blockages, we don't always know whatever is blocking us and limiting us. But what if we focus on it every day and forgive ourselves for whatever we have co-created? And then the major step is reconnecting what we call the quantum point. And the quantum point is actually, according to the ancient systems and the ancient traditions, it's an arm length above your head. And it's actually where your left and right brain completely connect with each other. In the ancient traditions, you will see, the magician has his magical hat on, the bishop has a hat on, the pharaoh has a hat on, the Native American has the feathers, the llamas have this beautiful hat on. So
I have my
in the
baseball
ancient
caps.
Baseball hat, that's not high enough.
They're pretty big.
It needs to be higher. So think about Abraham Lincoln had his long hat on,
Wow.
right? So the chef cuisine has a long white hat on. So all the ones that are going to a field of complete creation, they're actually connecting with that quantum point. And even if we go to a rock concert, we're starting to clap really high up, and we're actually activating that quantum point.
How fascinating. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Never thought about that.
So we're going to connect with that quantum point, and the moment you do that, really interesting, your energy starts shifting. And if you do that in the morning, you feel so much more focused. It's like doing inner feng shui. That's what you're doing.
Inner Feng Shui, love it. And I hope everyone watching is suitably excited, inspired. If you're watching a replay of this and you're driving a car or operating heavy machinery, please stop and pause the recording. We need a couple of moments to go inside and comfortably relax and ignore the outside world. Marie, over to you. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm going to do this along with everyone. I'm super excited. I want to tap into that quantum field and get my good energy going. So.
Well, Carl, sit relaxed. Make sure your spine is straight.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. So put your hands on your lap. Don't cross your hands or fingers or even your legs. So just put your 2 feet on the ground.
Sure.
So close your eyes now and take a deep breath in and take a deep breath out. And as you're breathing in and out, visualize the white light of the sun to just shine on you from your head to your feet. And this white light just comes into your body and in your aura fields and creates this space of white light. And it goes deep into your cells, into your space between your cells. And you're creating this tube of white light around you and in you. And as you are connecting with this white light, connecting consciously with the universal energy in you and around you. Take a deep breath in and let go. Now you're connecting in with the color royal blue. This warm blue is now coming all around your tube of white light. It's the color of power. And just visualize this color all around you and also under your feet, going up an arm length above you Now just accept now. You are a powerful being in the universe. And you can say that out loud or in yourself. I am the power of the universe within me and around me. And take a deep breath in and accept now you are powerful. Now visualize the color rose. And the color rose stands for love and support of the universe. Just imagine this color to be all around you and under your feet and going up as a tube as high as you can imagine to the universe. And the color rose is the color to really become aware of all the love and support you receive in the world. Be grateful in this moment. You're loved, you're supported by many people, and you are love and support for many others. Be aware of that. And you can repeat out loud or in yourself, I am the love and the support of the universe within me and around me. And then we're visualizing the color violet, purple. And visualize this comes from under your feet, clockwise spinning through your body, through your aura field, going up till above your head. And the color violet is about forgiving, letting go of the past. So now it's time to let go of any limitations, blockages, problems, emotions that are not longer serving you. So say now in yourself, as this process is happening, I am the forgiveness of the universe within me and around me. And take a deep breath in and let go. And let go. Now imagine that you have this magical hat on. And this magical hat, the top of this magical hat is an arm length above your physical head. On top of this physical energy is this bright white light. The top of your magical hat is like the light on top of the lighthouse. And it radiates into the world 360 degrees. You're radiating your light. It's a point where your left and right brain comes together to one point. This is your access portal to the universe. Without resistance, without personality. It's where your soul can really connect in consciously with you. Then take a deep breath in. Let go. And as your focus stays on top of your magical hat, bring your hands together, start moving your hands, and put your warm hands in front of your eyes. Open your eyes, and you let go of your hands. Wow. Feeling good, Carl?
Oh, Marie, I feel awesome. That was great. I dropped into Alpha almost immediately, and it was beautiful, really vivid, and I had all of the colours, and I feel great. Very powerful, good energy. Definitely, when you said forgiveness as well, the first thing that flashed in my head was somebody who I thought I'd forgiven but hadn't, and felt it, and then let it go. So, thank you
Beautiful.
so much. And for everyone watching,
You're welcome.
we'll give you a moment or two to come back and I invite you to stop and pause and reflect on the experience. What kind of insights did you have? What kind of experience did you enjoy? And what do you recommend, Marie? Is this something that we could do every day? Is that going to be helpful, or once in a while?
Yeah. No, many people, more than hundreds of thousands of people, are doing this daily in the morning, and actually, even if you do other meditations, I always suggest to people to do this meditation first and then flow into whatever you do as mantra singing or visualization, because then you're doing it right away from the right level and the right connection, and not from your personality. So people from all religions, all philosophies, all beliefs do this meditation first, and they have seen that whatever prayer, whatever meditation they're doing, the effect is so much better, because they have aligned themselves first with their soul. They have created a sacred space so that they are not influenced with anything that's going on. And the great benefit of this, Carl, is you keep looking young with this meditation.
Oh yeah, I like the sound of that.
Because you let go of all the resistance and frictions that are into your body. And so, people that have done this meditation for more than 20 years, everybody tells them they look 10 years younger. So it's one of my little secrets for longevity and beauty.
Oh, you heard it here first. Everyone is watching like, I want a copy of that. I want to do that again. So we'll hook everyone up with a free copy if that's cool with you. And so
that would be lovely. Totally.
Beautiful. Very kind of you. Marie, again, thank you. And for everyone watching,
thank you.
Until the next time, think big, live big, and remember, you can create any life that you choose. See you next time. Peace.